Hi everyone, I'm Megan and you found Beguiled by Books, a community of book lovers and word nerds. Today I'm sharing a few new of my favorite hidden gem fantasy authors for you. Let's get started. Real talk, a lot of times fantasy recommendations are pretty much like a broken record. It's George R. R. Martin, Brandon Sanderson, Tolkien, the Harry Potter series, and Wheel of Time. It's a lot of that type of stuff. And while all of those are great series, if you're a hardcore fantasy reader, you've probably already read them, maybe even reread them once or twice, and you're looking for something new. Us readers, we've got these little dopamine gremlins in our brain that y'all know I love to talk about, but they're there looking for novelty, looking for something new, looking for something exciting. We can't always keep going back to Martin, Sanderson, Tolkien over and over again. So, who are the next gen of fantasy authors that are going to become instant classics? I am super excited to share with you today. The first author I want to talk about is Delemhach. Now, Delemhach is a pseudonym, and this individual has written the House Witch series and the Burning Witch series. So it's all part of the same universe. There are, I think, 8 books now that are out. I haven't read the most recent one. I really need to do that. But Delemhach's books are cozy fantasy. The world building is as rich as a George R. R. Martin or a Tolkien. It's just fabulous. You've got the countries, you've got the religious systems, all of these important, deep details, but it's cozy fantasy. You hug the book when you're finished with it. It's delightful and sweet, and the characters are grown up and mature, and there's no miscommunication tropes or anything like that. It's pure and it's delightful, yet it's still just as rich of a fantasy series as these really intense ones by like Sanderson and things like that. So definitely check out Delemhach if you haven't already. The House Witch books are incredible and I want more people to read them. Another author that I've recently read whose work I absolutely adore is Martha Wells. Now, I'd heard about All Systems Red and the Murderbot Diaries, especially getting a lot of hype as it's being turned into a TV series, I think for Apple TV Plus. Might be wrong about that, but it's getting turned into a series, and I, of course, wanted to read the book first so I can watch the series and go, the book was better, because we all do that. But Martha Wells is really popular because she's got some sarcastic and unreliable narrators, and it's sci-fi. So it's just a wonderful blend of unexpected stuff. It's not every day you read a book that's narrated by a robot and that robot has a sense of agency and has a sense of snark and is kind of an unreliable narrator. Really fun spin, and Martha Wells has that theme throughout other books. So it's a great new author if you're looking for a sci-fi fantasy world, but not your traditional authors in that space. So go check out Martha Wells. The third author, if you haven't read any of her work, is N.K. Jemisin. Now, N.K. Jemisin's work is as rich, if not richer, than a Tolkien, than a George R. R. Martin, than Sarah J. Maas, than Rebecca Yarros. Really amazing work. Her work has won several Hugo Awards, and all for good reason. It's evocative, it's powerful, it's rich and detailed, and it's really incredible. I can't wait to dive into more books by Jemisin, but until then, go forth and read her work. You will love it if you haven't read anything by her yet. These 3 authors really stand out to me because they're defying cliches and they're creating something new and different in well-established genres. Cozy fantasy is relatively new, sci-fi is very old, and fantasy itself is always rife for change. So these authors are not following a script. They're not trying to conform to any standard or path that's already been set forth for them. They're blazing their own trails and they're doing it exceptionally well. So, as a quick recap, the authors you need to check out are Delemhach if you want a cozy fantasy, Martha Wells if you want a little bit of snark in your sci-fi and an unreliable narrator, and N.K. Jemisin for just absolute mind-blowing world building and incredible magic systems. Now, you tell me stuff. Drop in the comments who are some of your favorite authors. I always want to know who your hidden gems are so they can become my hidden gems too. Always looking for ways to expand the world that we read and expand the authors that we know. So please drop me a comment. If you found a book or an author from this video that you're interested in, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already done that. And until next time, happy reading and have an amazing day.